Sherelle Maldine. Dagar pauses dramatically, puffing out his little chest.
Hollering in rage and, I suppose, pain, Gark lunged at me. Now, I knew it was time for my great escape, so I opted for something out of that Robin guy's story. You know, the one with the happy band of apes that swing from trees, stealing from the poor to give to the rich.
Cullen interjects, brow furrowed.
I think you've got your stories a little...
So I leapt up into the air, grabbed a low-hanging vine, and let out my best ape cry.
Cullen stops mid-step, and there's a final chitter in the air before I realize the forest has gone quiet. No birds, no insects, nothing. Dagar freezes.
Uh-oh,
he says, voice suddenly small. Oddly, it makes me giggle, but that nervous, on the edge kind of giggle. Cullen drops his pack to the ground, his hand already on the razor, scanning the surrounding trees. I follow his gaze, and my heart stutters. Corbin, save us, I whisper. My hands fumble at the straps of my pack, yanking it off before reaching for my sword. The golden, wire-wrapped grip feels cold beneath my fingers. This blade still feels foreign to me, but a sword is still a sword. I pull, and the white lacquered scabbard releases its charge with a sharp metallic ring. The short sword gleams, bright, double-edged silver. It's well-balanced, light, but unfamiliar. Each time I draw it, I think of the day it was thrust into my hands by Noracolosis, a rushed gift, given out of urgency when no other weapons were available. Beside me, the razor clears its scabbard with an unmistakable thrum. The sound gives me goosebumps. Then I see them. 4 gray wolves, sitting just at the edge of the trees. At first glance, they look like big, friendly things, tongues lolling, panting like lazy dogs. I expect them to greet us with wagging tails and dopey dog smiles, but something's wrong, the way they sit, hunched, 4 legs thick and muscular. Their backs slope oddly, knees jutting up along their sides. I feel a stab of panic. I have no magic memorized, no spells prepared for defense or attack. I've been distracted, too distracted, and now I'm gonna pay for it. I fumble through my memory for a cantrip. Something simple, basic. I force the words out. Essentia veneread me, tres semisis kilowatt. The essence flows into me, drawn from the garden. My body shivers under its pull, but I'm distracted. The wolves are moving. No, not wolves. Not anymore. They stand up, unfolding from their crouched positions. They're man-shaped. Werewolves, all 4 of them. Ventus aspicio, oro dominium traxerit hydrogen ovobis, sui modicum octingenti vigenti. The spell flows from my lips, shaky but complete. The creatures rise, looming tall, snarling with yellow eyes that gleam under the twin moons. Their skin stretches tight over sharp muzzles, lips curled back to reveal yellowed fangs. Dark fur bristles running along their spines, hackles raised. Their ears stand erect, like jagged horns. Their limbs are too long, too thin, stretched grotesquely, warped mockeries of human and wolf. And they advance. I force the final words out. Exercere duos flammarum globis. A shiver of pleasure ripples through me as the essence responds, filling me with a rapturous surge. In my left palm, air condenses, drawing flammable gases from the world around me. Oils extracted from vegetation, vapors from the earth. A sphere of flame flickers into existence above my hand, growing brighter, hotter. The whoosh of combustion nearly startles me, but I hold firm. The fireball swells, a swirling mass of heat and light, before shooting forward, straight at the lead werewolf. A second sphere forms in my hand, burning just as bright. The first fireball slams into the creature's chest, exploding in a cascade of flames. Flammable oils splash across its fur, sticking like molten tar. The werewolf staggers, howling in pain. The second fireball follows, striking lower at its gut, igniting the slick oils coating its body. The forest lights up in an orange blaze as the werewolf burns. I stagger, the expulsion of essence leaving me momentarily drained. My body isn't ready for the demands I place on it. Not yet. But the lead werewolf is ablaze, thrashing wildly. The others snarl, undeterred. My fire's purpose does not include the greenery, and it does not ignite as the magic seeks prey to cling to. Reaching like inchworms, they stretch from their perches, hoping to contact their intended target. Great, beastly hands begin wiping at the flames that seem to live and move with purpose. Yips and whines, screeches of pain as the pack leader staggers back, flames clinging to its chest, face, and hands. It falls backwards into the undergrowth with a crash. The two werewolves on either side are likewise dappled with burning droplets, wiping at the smaller patches, picking up more from the foliage as they stagger about. More angry than injured, they recover and charge forward. Panic-stricken, I stumble back as the leading werewolf is struck from my right by the razor. The creature yips and is thrown off balance, staggering left. Cullen is spinning, but not with the thorns. The trailing werewolf has struck him. A mighty claw has raked across his shoulder. His leather breastplate snagged in the creature's grip. He moves like a shaken rag doll before he falls to the ground, rolling hand over hand, letting the razor slip from his grasp. The fourth werewolf walks from the woods, and my first instinct, which had been to assist Cullen, is now to defend myself. I swing with my sword effing the advancing monster, and scream in sudden fear as silver light blinds me. I stagger back, not knowing what happened. My ears ring and my vision darkens with a jagged, gray tear across it. I swing my sword blindly in the darkness, panicking at my lack of sight and understanding. Through the ringing, I faintly hear Cullen scream. A yarp follows, as dark shadows appear and come to life. A vague form materializes in front of me. It is hunched over. It's a beast on top of Cullen. I run forward and chop down on the creature's back. The jagged tear in my vision is fading, color resolving, as dark smoke billows across my blade, embedded in the werewolf's body. As the creature moves, so does it pull at my weapon, which will not come free. The razor swoops up from the ground right and chops into the creature's shoulder and neck. Blood explodes in spurts as a geyser of smoke erupts from the creature's flesh where it makes contact with the razor. I yank at my weapon, but the creature's flesh sucks at my blade. The werewolf's howl is mournful. It tries to stand and uses its arm to bash my sword from its body. More smoke bursts as the werewolf twists to break free of the razor. It manages its full height, but staggers back. Another blinding flash. This time I hear it, a report so loud it's almost silent. As my vision darkens once more, I see the werewolf's body fold as it is tossed backwards, like a leaf in the wind. I cannot see. Mentally, I review the battle. Are all the threats disabled? The first I had struck with fire, the second taken by the razor, a wound to its belly, perhaps not dead. The third was taken by some sort of magic, and a fourth by the same. I scan the darkness, looking for signs that we may not yet be safe. My hearing is returning from beneath the ring. Sounds are hollow. Dagar's voice seems distant. Vision resolving. Cullen is hurt, sitting on the road, leaning on one arm, the razor gripped tightly in that hand. He holds his other arm close to his chest, his hand open and curved as if to claw. As my vision brightens, I realize Cullen's face is covered in tears and a grimace. Please don't let him be bitten. Please, Corbin, don't let him be bitten. I don't even realize at first what I'm saying, beseeching my God, who has forbidden me to do so. My fears are realized, as 4 punctures slowly appear on Cullen's forearm. I take one more look around. In the trees, I see a naked man lying on his back, his body mostly consumed by fire. Another man lying naked on the road, smoldering from a wound in his gut. A woman lying naked in a heap, smoke rising from her crumpled form. She is the bitch who bit Cullen. The 4th? In a sudden panic, I glance about. There, another man's body lying in the trees, blood on his side and back. My nervousness intensifies as my gaze returns to Cullen. My wit still scattered. So it seems is my coordination. I lift my sword, point to my scabbard, try once, twice, and on the 3rd attempt to line tip to mouth, I drop the weapon to the road as I rush to his side. I kneel hard, nearly falling atop him. "Let me see," I command, but my voice sounds like I want to cry. With 2 hands, I draw the arm closer, and he reluctantly allows this. "Corbin, help me." I wince at the words my mind has habitually formed, waiting for the gods' promises to be fulfilled. Cullen's arm has 4 punctures and several lesions. Though there's not a lot of blood, swelling and bruising have already begun. "Come on," I say in a broken, weak voice. "I need to get you off the road." He grunts something I take as agreement, and I try to help him to his feet. We get up with great effort, and he stumbles at first, his weight coming down on me. Grunting from the strain, I try to keep him from taking us both back to the ground. My nerves are like a burning brush fire. I shake with excitement, and my coordination fails. Struggling to support Cullen's weight, a sudden vision flashes through my mind. Wounded soldiers leaning on comrades, limping away from a battlefield. The memory fades as quickly as it came, leaving me wondering, how did they do this? Cullen is so heavy. I try hoisting his arm over my shoulder, but he still grips the razor tenaciously. "Sheathe the blade," I command, but he doesn't seem to hear me. A good thing, too. My voice still sounds like I'm 5 years old. "Sheathe the... oh, bother." Rather than argue, I just pull, making him follow, leading him towards the trees. I hold him close, in case he stumbles. I coax him with what I hope are kind words, but they come out slurred, like a drunk pleading for help. "Come with me. You can do it. Not much farther." But I know he's not hearing me. The words are more for me than him, I think. He slumps hard against a tree, the razor still clutched tight beside him. He's unresponsive. "Drit!" I yell. The curse echoes through the dense forest, sending a flock of birds scattering into the sky. My mind spins, distracted, filled with nonsense that has no place. Urgency, or maybe Sansa's doing, floods me with tatters of memory. Battles without meaning, faces and places I barely recall. I force myself to concentrate. Cullen's head lolls to one side as Dagar hops up beside us. "Drit!"
Don't you know what to do?
"No, do you?" I snap, exasperated.
I got some idea. Normally, I just heal the wounds, but lycanthropy is a tricky beast.
"So what do we do? Look how fast it's affecting him." I point to the redness streaking Cullen's neck and arm, the flushed face, sweat pouring in rivulets from his hair.
We make a poultice. Best kind starts with moldy bread. Don't suppose you got any?
Moldy bread? No. Why would I have moldy bread?
Midnight snack?
He grins, but my expression, or maybe the tension, makes it fade fast.
All right. We need some tassel roots.
What the hells are tassel roots?
Grab the packs from the road, get your sword, and bring them here. Then follow me.
I clench my jaw, swallowing the urge to snap. As much as I hate to admit it, he's been here longer. If anyone knows lycanthropy, it's him. Swallowing my pride, I follow his instructions. I drop the packs and sword near Cullen, unclip my scabbard for better range of motion. Dagger hops deeper into the woods, pointing at a small fern-like plant.
Pull this up. We need the roots.
I squat and yank the plant free, loose soil falling away.
Come on! There's more!
More?
Wooden back!
Wooden back? I echo, my voice still trembling.
That growth on that tree!
I approach the tree, grabbing a rough, lumpy mass clinging to its side. It looks like a deformed baby pressed to its mother. My fingers sink into its soft flesh. Grimacing, I adjust my grip and it breaks off easily, crumbling in my hands. Dagger watches as I tremble, clutching the fungus.
I think we can use some whittle leaf, too. That yellow one there.
Pointing to a shrub with two-tone yellow leaves and white berries. He frowns, tapping his chin.
And, what's the last thing?
DeGarth Garflin, you better not have forgotten the final ingredient. My voice spikes with frustration, using his full name to drive the point home.
It's been a long time.
He says, too casually. How can you forget something this important? Dagger looks at me, that dritting grin spreading across his face. I exhale sharply, glaring at him as my fingers crush the whittle leaves. This is no time for games. We search, Dagger hopping through the undergrowth while I scour for the quaily plant. It takes over 20 minutes to find one.
You'll need a lot. Grab the whole plant.
The pale green bush looks different from the quaily plants I've seen before, but maybe it's just adapted to this place. I pull hard, but its roots hold fast. Dagger offers Kyrus, the knife held out by his rope-like tail. I hesitate. There's something about that blade that makes my skin crawl. I shake my head and yank harder, finally toppling backward as the plant gives way. Scrambling to my feet, I run back to Cullen. He's been in sight, but two small forms on the road catch my eye. They skitter into the trees before I reach him. Rakahans? I don't bother asking Dagger. The last thing I need is one of his explanations.
You'll need to get some water boiling,
Dagger says, landing beside me with a rustle of leaves that makes me jump. I toss the quaily plant onto the pile of ingredients near Cullen. My stomach sinks. I'll need a fire. Wood is everywhere, but my mind races. I scramble together a pile, stacking twigs and branches like I'd seen Cullen do. But mine looks pathetic. A pile of debris. Dagger hops closer, Kyrus glowing faintly in his tail.
Get something to boil water.
I scoot aside as he holds the blade toward the pile. I remember Sandra's words, how Dagar's magic would grow stronger with Kyrus. Smoke curls from the woodpile, thin and steady. I know what he's doing. I just can't believe he's doing it. I shake my head, trying to bring my focus back, and turn to unpack a cooking pot. When I glance back, flames leap from the depth of my woodpile with a whoosh. Smoke billows as the fire takes hold, the crackling of burning wood filling the otherwise quiet forest. The smoke thins as the fire strengthens.
I'll keep watch. You keep doing what I say.
I nod at the little creature as he hops toward the center of the road.
Start with getting some water boiling.
I spot no nearby rocks, so I place the pot at the edge of the fire, close enough to heat quickly. I pour water from my water skin, 2 cups worth.
Don't wait for it to boil. Start shaving the wooden back into the water, as thin as you can manage. We only need what'll fit in your grip.
I hesitate, eyeing him. I don't even have a damn knife. Then I remember the blade strapped to Cullen's pack. I hurry over, drawing the small knife from its sheath on the shoulder strap, and return to shave the wooden back. It slices easily. Just a big, ugly mushroom, after all. Into the water, I ask?
Yes!
I drop the thin shavings into the pot. Tiny bubbles already cling to the sides. The water browns almost immediately. I'm watching the shavings swell when Dagger speaks again.
What are you waiting for? The water to boil? Get some whittle leaf and start chewing it. As much as you can fit into your mouth.
Oh, really? Disgust twists my face. I look at the yellow leaves. They're the color of old pea. Who chews this? I grab a handful, picking through them for bugs, then shove a few into my mouth. They're brittle and crunchy, like chewing dry parchment. and the bitterness makes my stomach churn. I keep chewing. The leaves break down into a paste, thick and cloying. A strange memory flashes through my mind. 3 men I once traveled with, footmen on patrol at the Battle of Crimson Falls. They had chewed sap from a tree. I remember them, but I don't. Why is this happening? Now, I ask, through the pulpy mess in my mouth.
Keep chewing. It'll turn sweet and minty. Next, we need tassel root.
I lift the plant I'd gathered earlier. Its roots are thin, white, and twisted. They snap easily as I break off a handful. Dirt clings to them, but I toss them straight into the pot.
Tassel root tastes earthy with a hint of sweet.
He's beside me, chewing on a piece himself.
Good for headaches. Not that I get headaches. Though, that reminds me of a story. When Dog Barf got a gobber's axe to the head.
Enough, let's get this done. Dagger pouts, his lower lip sticking out.
You'll need more whittle leaves.
I stuff more leaves into my mouth, my jaw aching as I chew.
Now, milk the quaily stems. Break them in half and run your fingers down each one. You can't have too much quaily. Use all of it.
I snap the first stem, and a jet of clear fluid spurts out, hitting my hand. I squeak in surprise. Hells, this quaily plant is different. The stems are thicker, the sap more abundant than I expected. Dagar doesn't notice, or doesn't care, as he hops back to the road to keep watch. My hands shake as I squeeze the stems, running my fingers down each one, forcing the clear liquid into the pot.
You'll need to strain it through cloth.
A sudden crack splits the air, followed by a flash of light. I scream, jolting backward. I turn, heart racing, to see Dagar on all fours, tail arched overhead, Kyrus gripped tightly in its end.
Got him!
What? I stumble to my feet, the quaily stems still clutched in my hands. I step closer to the road, peering around the bushes until I see them. 2 small, smoldering forms.
Crack-a-hands! Little buggers were watching us!
What did you do? I can't keep the disbelief from my voice. It sounds like I'm scolding him.
Nothing! They'd have gone to get their friends!
No, I mean, how...
Oh, lightning! You know!
You can cast lightning? How the hells do you cast lightning? I can't cast lightning. Dagger shrugs.
Sorta new to me. Didn't know I could, to be honest. Not till today. But you could still a walnut with all the stuff I don't know.
A walnut? Wait, you mean you're a conjurer? He grins.
Well, if that means I can cast magic just by thinking it instead of fiddling with spells and all that nonsense you lot use, then yeah, I guess I am. But I could talk about me all day, and probably will. But you've got work to do. That brew's boiling good now.
I glance back at the pot, foaming over the edges.
You'll need some cloth. Whatever you're gonna use to wrap his wound, use that to strain the poultice.
I have bandages, I say, already rummaging through Cullen's pack.
Bandages? Really? We usually just use old foot wraps, but bandages'll do. You know, you can even make tea with yachty sleeve and foot wraps.
Oh, shut up! I nearly scream the words, my nerves fraying. Dagger mumbles something about whittle leaves, but I block him out, focusing on the task. I find the bandages near the top of the bag and spread them over Cullen's tin cup, pushing the cloth down to form a filter. I leave the edges hanging over the rim and carefully pour the boiling contents into the cup. The thick liquid runs through the bandage, the solids piling on top as I use the knife to scoop them in. I glance at Cullen, pale and still slumped against the tree. Please let this work. Using both hands, I slowly lift the bandage, letting the contents strain through until it rises from the cup, heavy with swollen wooden back.
Dump the broth and do it again. You'll need all the contents in the wrap, but keep the next cup of broth.
I sigh, but follow his instructions, glancing at Cullen often, watching for any sign of him worsening. I've never strained potions or made poultices before. How can things go so wrong so quickly? The frustration claws at me. The whittle leaves in my mouth have turned bittersweet, forming a firm chew. It's not unpleasant, just odd to chew without swallowing. Kind of like the jerk twists. I might even try it again. As I pour the last of the liquid through the bandage, I let out a long breath, feeling some of the stress ease. Nearly done. I use my fingers to scoop the remaining brown sludge from the bottom of the pot. It's cooled quickly without the liquid, and I add it to the contents in the bandage. I glance around for Dagar. He's perched 5 meters away on a fallen log, Kiris still gripped in his tail, as he keeps watch on the road. All right, the bruise drained. The contents are in the bandage. What do I do with the whittle leaves?
How do they taste?
Bittersweet.
Good! Keep chewing. Press the poultice into his wounds and wrap the bandages evenly. Not too tight. We don't want to kill his hand.
I nod, though he isn't looking, his focus still on the road. I remember seeing bandages tied after battles, but I was rarely there for the aftermath. I'll just have to do my best. I look at Cullen. His skin shines with sweat, and he looks fevered. I spread the poultice mixture over each puncture and lesion, my fingers trembling. His flesh radiates heat, almost burning. I press the poultice into the wounds. Cullen doesn't react. I wrap the bandage around his arm, tying it off as best I can. A vague memory floats to the surface, something about not tying too tightly. I slide 2 fingers beneath the bandage to check. It's snug, but not constricting. I sit beside him, the rough bark of the tree digging into my back. The razor is still gripped tight in his hand. Should I take it? No. If it brings him comfort, let him keep it. I cradle the hot cup with both hands, bringing the broth to my lips. It's hot, but not scalding. I sip, tasting the earthy liquid. Cullen, can you hear me? No response. Cullen. Nothing. Frustration wells up, and I slap his chest with the back of my hand. It's like hitting stone. Damn you. How could you be so careless? Damn you. I hit him again, harder this time. The broth sloshes, some spilling onto my hand and the ground. I take a steadying breath and raise the cup to his lips, unsure of what to do. I tilt it, letting a trickle of broth slide into his mouth. He chokes, sputtering, and it dribbles onto his chest.
What are you doing?
Dagger calls from the road. Trying to get this idiot to drink. What do you think I'm doing?
The poultice is in place, right?
Yes. Can't you see it?
Good. The tea's for you. Ha!
I blink, lowering the cup. It's for me? Relief sweeps over me, and I nearly laugh. And the whittle leaves, but I already know the answer.
Whittle gum. Good for the nerves. I told you to keep chewing.
I roll my eyes, but realize it's working. Despite my frustration, I feel calmer, less on edge. I'd almost laughed a moment ago.
We've done all we can. Now we wait. If he wakes up hungry, he's beaten it. If not, well, he won't eat for 2 or 3 days.
My shoulders sag, the weight of exhaustion settling in. I let my head fall back against the tree trunk, the rough bark scratching my scalp. My eyes close, heart racing, but slowing as I force myself to breathe.
Rest. I'll keep watch.
I glance at him, Kiris still gripped in his tail, his small form perched on the log like some odd guardian. I let out a shuddering breath and take another sip of the tea. The warmth soothes my throat and settles in my stomach, easing the tight knot of worry, if only slightly.
Cullen, Avon. I feel caught in a waking sleep. Werewolves, creatures of myth, more fearsome and vicious than I ever imagined. I'm burning hot, and I remember the bite. I remember Sherelle speaking to me afterward, but her voice faded when the headache set in. Cool air wafts over me, and the heat withdraws. Darkness recedes, replaced by a bright white light that pierces my closed eyes. I open them, staring into a full moon floating in a sea of stars. Luna looms over me, as if she's just within reach, a silver ball waiting to be plucked from the sky. Luna is full, She was waxing the last time I saw her. How long have I been asleep? A chill settles into my bones, and I try to sit up to wrap my arms around myself. But I can't. My limbs are bound, held snugly in place. I tug against them, but they don't budge. My heart pounds as I look left into a vast clearing, large enough to hold a village. Towering mountain trees ring the space, their dark silhouettes stark against the moonlit sky. The clearing itself is bathed in an eerie, otherworldly glow. I look right and jerk in shock. I'm at the base of a tiered pyramid, a grand, looming structure with stairs leading up its entirety. In the dim light, it would be nearly black, but the huge number of torches lining its 5 tiers cast it in flickering amber. It looks familiar. It resembles the Cadian Center in La Rose, a place of government and trade, but that building is pristine white, built from solid stone. This one, this horror, looks nothing like stone. I stare at the brown mottled structure, and a sickening certainty grips me. It's a weave of bones, bodies stacked and pressed under each other's weight, cemented in place by time, decay, and rot. The flesh is long gone, the bones scorched nearly black. Each one is etched with glyphs, symbols I almost recognize. Something from my childhood? It makes no sense. A sound catches my ear, the first I've heard since I was bitten. No night creatures, no wind, not even my own heavy breaths. It's a chant, fast, alien. I search the clearing, expecting someone to approach, but the voice comes from above me. A figure stands at the top of the temple's highest step. A woman, naked, bathed in amber torchlight, dark shadows flickering over her. My heart pounds, blood roaring in my ears. She steps forward, descending, slowly, deliberately, one step at a time, her arms hanging loosely at her sides. Her hair is long, dark, wavy, falling down her back and spilling past her shoulders, flaring slightly at the sides. Her eyes gleam golden, flickering like the torches reflecting in them. I can't recognize her from this distance, but her form is unmistakable, flawless in its movement. Despite the sinister surroundings, she is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. Closer now, her voice grows louder. The chant never falters. The words are foreign, unintelligible, yet they worm into my mind, confusing me. I try to speak, to call out, but my own words tangle, lost before they leave my lips. She moves with a hypnotic grace, the torches catching every curve of her swaying form. Step by step, closer, closer still. She stops at the top of the final tier above me. I swallow hard, my gaze locked on her. I shouldn't be looking, shouldn't be thinking of her this way, but I can't help myself. She smiles, never breaking the rhythm of her chant. She raises her arms, stretching herself toward the sky. She begins her final descent. With each step, her hands rise higher, past her shoulders, past her head, arms outstretched, reaching for the moon. My restraints vanish. My hands come free, my feet as well, but I can't sit up. Something clings to me, rough and cold, dragging against my back. My armor is gone, though I don't remember when it was removed. She is beside me now. Her chant never stops, words rolling from her lips, so foreign, so exotic, they defy meaning. Like music swelling toward its climax, it urges me to run, to flee, but I can't. My heart pounds in rhythm with her voice, ears thrumming as if they too have been ensnared. She stands over me, arms raised, hands splayed. She cups the moon. Luna rests perfectly between her fingers. Dread washes over me. Something else is here, a presence, a weight,
Luna
My breath
ridet,
turns shallow,
omnia
quick.
tua.
My eyes
omnia
flick
tua.
left, right,
Servus
searching
fit
for the
lupus.
source.
Lupus
The
fit
woman
servus.
stops chanting. I look at her face. She stares down at me, those golden eyes piercing, unblinking. Her hands remain lifted, as if she truly holds the moon. But her lips curl into something else now, something menacing. It's like she means to crush me with Luna. It's so vivid, so perfectly aligned that I almost believe it. I want to reach out. I need to. But something else commands my attention. The presence strengthens. It fills me, consumes me. Every instinct screams run, but I can't. My limbs twitch, pulling in opposite directions. A war inside me. One side remains where I am, the other desperate to flee. Then the voice comes, deep, powerful, a hammer striking an anvil. I flinch, back arching, muscles locking in fear. The words explode inside my head, my vision sparking white. I can't breathe. I can't think. The voice speaks again, striking, breaking, unraveling me. My eyes roll back. I see a great, gray, wolfish head. There, tan human shoulders. It stands behind me. Terror grips my chest. The voice comes again, relentless, more forceful. The woman turns to face the horror looming behind me. Her expression changes. Not to fear, but something close. Shock. Disbelief. The wolfman speaks. His words are the same language she chanted, but his accent is different. Rougher. Angrier. I jerk, my skull near splitting as pressure clamps against my temples. Huge hands press against my head, fingers digging into my cheekbones, twisting, turning, forcing me to look left, then right. The voice reaches a crescendo, a furious roar inside my mind. Pain, pure, searing agony floods me. My head is cracking. My cheekbones feel like they're about to cave. Then, silence. The grip vanishes. My head jerks violently as I'm released. Vision spinning. I see her again. She faces the beast behind me, her expression still frozen in stunned disbelief. The wolfman says something harsh, final. She gasps, eyes widening, and then he vanishes, not into the shadows, not into the night. He simply fades. The woman drops to her knees. I roll to my side, gasping, staring over the edge of the stone altar. She bows her head to the ground, facing the place where the beast disappeared. Torchlight flickers over her back, her spine arched in sharp relief. But when I glance that way, I see nothing, only trees swaying in the moonlight. I watch her, barely able to think, barely able to breathe. And then, everything blurs. The world fades, like a dream slipping from my grasp.
Well, that's it, folks. Season 3 done and dusted. Claws clicked, fur singed, and all that. And apparently that means book 1's over too. The burden of oath, they called it. Burden's right. You ever have to direct Sherelle on how to make a poultice? No? Well, it's a little like twisting a screw into your own head, only with painful twists in the plot. So, Cullen Avon, Sherelle Maldine, werewolves, blood, fire. Check, check, check. Oh, and the bite? Yeah, it's been taken. And what comes next? Well, let's just say it's going to get even messier. Bound in blood and all that romantic stuff. Book 2, Oathbound, kicks off when we're back at the start of the new year. Second in a 12-book saga that's been 40 years in the making. Don't look at me. I age great, but Mike's looking a bit mangy. There's even a 13th waiting in the wings, because apparently 12 wasn't enough suffering for anyone. Keep an ear to the wind, yeah? There might be a surprise or two while we're off. Little fires to keep your paws warm till we return. And hey, if you've made it this far, I figure you owe me a little something. You know, like a few gold coins, or stars maybe? Especially with what gold is worth right now, it's probably easier to give me stars. So if you don't want to get slowly eaten or cursed, do me a favor. Share the stream, leave some stars, post a review. Those things keep the story breathing. Oh, and if you want to stand a little closer to the flame, singe a whisker or 3, roll the dice, burp a frog, come hang out on Patreon. When the new season starts, you'll get early releases, ad-free episodes, and a peek at the skivvies. See what's under all that fur. I'm Dagger, assistant, gopher, entertainer, medic, hero, and the one who's really in control. Oh, and spokesperson. Mike Carmel's off polishing his, quill or something. Thanks for listening, for sticking through the chaos, and for carrying the burden with us. Until the moons rise again, may your under stay clean, your snacks plentiful, and your oath... Oh, wait, there was an oath? Uh-huh, right, I get it. So, may your oath stay mostly unbroken. Wait. Let me give this a try first. Nope, not quite right. Oof, that was terrible. That's the ticket.